Alright fellas, so today we're going to be reading some Dream fanfiction. Now, you may be wondering, why? Well, honestly, I have no idea. But I've heard some pretty interesting things about Dream fanfiction. I've heard it gets a little bit spicy, and if it does get too spicy, I might have to actually censor some words, or some sentences, or just fucking paragraphs, I don't know. But I've heard some interesting things about Dream fanfiction, especially when it involves GeorgeNotFound, which is another YouTuber, so, oh boy. Now, for those of you who do not know who Dream is, which I'm kind of surprised if you don't know who he is, but right now he is the fastest growing Minecraft channel on YouTube, if not like one of the fastest growing channels in general. He went from like 100 views per month to now like 100 million views per month in just a matter of like 3 months. It's wild how fast he has grown. And as of me recording this video right now, he has 11.5 million subscribers. So yeah, he's pretty big right now, but with averaging around 20 million views per video and having that many subscribers, you're bound to get some weirdos. And I mean, you're going to have quite the diverse audience because there's so many people, but you're going to have some really cool, chill people, like one side of your fan base, and then you're going to have the really weird fanfiction, please have sex with me, kind of Gen Z, I stan you, you know, portion of the fan base as well. So yeah, it's not, his fan base is a mixture of pretty cool people and very, very toxic people. Dream stans on Twitter are just a whole different breed of people. If you say even one tiny negative thing about Dream's channel, they will dox you and just behead you on the spot. Dream is the only and the best Minecraft speedrunner to exist. Nobody has ever beat him. Yeah, he's alright. Dream stans just do not seem to understand that he's just kind of a human being. They genuinely think liking Dream is a personality trait. Now, this goes without saying, I love Dream. I think his content is just phenomenal. His mix of like epic, you know, music with calming music, just the soundtrack of his videos and how intense it is or how relaxing it is awesome. It is incredible what he does. He keeps you glued to his videos. He is just an amazing YouTuber and he deserves like every single bit of recognition he's getting right now. But man, his fan base is a whole different story. Anyway, enough slacking around. Let's take a look at some of this Dream fanfiction. Oh boy. Now, this is going to be my first reaction to these fanfics. This is going to be my first time actually reading them, so whatever, you know, reaction I give will be genuine, which I feel like I probably should have looked at them before I actually started the video, but whatever. If it gets too raunchy, I'll just censor it, because I don't want my channel just to be suspended like that, but I think it'll be fine. I doubt Dream fans are never mind. I'll have to just wait to judge, you know? We can't judge before we read it. I mean, come on. So the website I'm using is wattpad.com/stories/DreamNotFound. And looking on the front page, this looks kind of suspicious. Already we have DreamNotFound and GeorgeNotFound as like the top 2 tags. So, oh boy. Okay, I didn't realize how long some of these fanfictions are. There's like 50 chapters of them per story. It is wild how big some of these are. So I'll just have to read like the first chapter or just a section of some of these stories, but our first story is called Comfort. And it's a collab between Dream and GeorgeNotFound. And by the way, when I say collab, I probably mean sex. So the first chapter is called New Apartment. George sat in his empty room. Being in the process of moving into a new apartment, he hadn't had the time to furnish the place with anything except the essentials, let alone decorate it. His bare-bones room currently only had his gaming setup and a king-sized bed pushed against the wall across the room. He was about to get up to fix himself a breakfast when his phone buzzed in his pocket. He glanced at the notification and couldn't help but smile. Okay, so it's Dream. Georgie Georgie, you awake yet? I'm bored. Bro, it's only been like 30 seconds. You could, oh God, man. Okay, whatever, let's continue. There was no way to explain the delight he always felt after receiving a text from Dream. He just chalked it up to being glad that his friends wanted to talk to him. Strangely enough, others rarely had the same effect on George. Oh. He looked at the time showing at the top of the screen. 7 a.m. The sky from his window looked gray and cloudy. Small raindrops slowly started to make their way onto George's window and down. It was quite depressing, actually. Even though he liked the rain, the weather sure wasn't giving him a warm welcome into his new apartment. Okay, and then Dream sends him another text saying, Georgie, angry face, answer me. Oh right, you're probably asleep. Ugh, I hate this already, man. Oh my God. George should have been sleeping, but every time he felt himself drift off, he was jolted back up into alertness. He'd never admitted it to anyone since he thought it was childish, but nightmares have been plaguing his rest for a while now. Deciding not to leave his best friend hanging for much longer, he shot him a quick text, or 4, and stood up. George texts back, "What are you doing up? It's 2 a.m. for you. Stayed up editing again, huh? Get some sleep, old man." The floor had been freezing cold. The new apartment didn't have heating installed yet, and walking barefoot on cold wood and tiles didn't help George's case. He opened the fridge to find something to cook with, but it was as empty as the rest of his apartment, so he just settled on ordering something instead. Dream texts back, 2 a.m. isn't that late. George stared at the screen as Dream continued to type for a long time. The bubbles at the bottom of the screen would pop up, then die down again. Whatever Dream wanted to say, he was hesitating a lot. Dream texts back, "Besides, I kind of missed you." George felt himself blush. Just a gratitude for a friend caring, he thought. He didn't know how to reply, though. Maybe Dream wasn't being serious, and if George gave a sincere reply, it'd make things weird. And then George texts back, "Haha, gay." He immediately realized what a stupid reply that was. Dream was probably being serious. They had barely talked because of how busy George had been during the moving process. He saw Dream typing again, but no reply came. Grrr, that's so sad. Feeling a little guilty, he ordered some food and went back into his room to watch a movie while he waited for it to arrive. He found himself glancing at his phone every time it buzzed, hoping it was Dream asking him to record, call, anything. Just as he thought that he'd upset him, a text popped up on the screen. Dream texts back, "Wanna record? I took a nap. Much better now." George responds with, "Yeah, sure, call me on Discord." Okay, so I think that's enough for this, but I'm going to skip to chapter 15. It's just a random chapter that I picked out to see how far the story will go within just a few chapters, okay? So just reading the first few paragraphs or phrases of chapter 15, it says, "George POV, I wake up to Dream crying and shaking next to me. I can tell he was trying to be quiet and not wake me, but it didn't work out. Dream? I say, sitting up. George, are you okay?" He sobs. I'm hit with confusion. "Am I okay? Dream, are you okay? What's wrong?" I ask, putting a hand on his back and rubbing circles to calm him down. George, I love you," he cries. "Dream," I say softly, turning him towards me and hugging him. "I love you too. It's okay." He is shaking a lot, and I realize he is having a minor panic attack. His hands grip my shirt tightly as he cries into my shoulder. I'm not sure what to do. I never see Dream like this. "I can't lose you, George," he sobbed. Okay, yeah, that's enough of this story, Jesus Christ. The next story that we're going to be taking a look at is called Begonias. Begonias. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Okay, we got it. Don't worry. Mumify knows how to read. Okay, the description of this story reads, "When Dream feels his heart rate speed up at the end of George's live stream, he knows he's gone too far." Okay, yeah. God damn it, man. Are there any non-sexual fanfictions of Dream and George? Jesus Christ. Anyway, the next line says, "This feels so wrong," George says and repeats. Dream clicks off the dream. The sounds of labored breathing fill fills the room as he tries to stem the panic he was feeling. Okay, fuck, man. Whatever, I guess we get another sexual story. Okay, chapter 1. How do you know if you caught feelings for your best friend? This is the question Dream types into his incognito search bar. The rain pitter-patters on the window of his Orlando flat. Are there any non-rainy scenes of George and Dream having sex or whatever? Jesus. Like, is that the only setting? Rain? A background to his undecipherable feelings. He stifles a yawn, scrolling through the search results methodically, and finally seeing a quiz that piqued his interest. Am I in love with my best friend? He clicked on it hesitantly, reading the first question and almost immediately losing hope that this was a decent quiz. Do you ever catch yourself staring at your BFF? Oh God. Dream rolls his eyes before deciding that he should at least try to take it seriously. Begrudgingly, he chose the all the time option. Are they the first person you call when something happens? Dream thought about it for a moment, remembering back to the time Patches ate chocolate, or when he himself got a headache so bad that he couldn't move. The first person he called was George, no doubt, but God. But was that because he trusted him, or was it because he was the best person to ask? The dirty blonde-haired boy groaned. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Running a hand down his face as he chose the always option. God, can I even continue with this, man? Okay, anyway, he continued answering questions that seemed kind of irrelevant to him. Do you get jealous when someone else is with him? Do you ever think about your future together? Things like that. And in the end, you are totally in love with your best friend. Oh, how romantic. Woo! Yay! Dream felt embarrassment burn through his veins, groaning as he covered his face and shook his head. He was about ready to take off his headphones and get something to eat when a Discord notification popped up on his monitors. Georgie, hey, wanna call for a bit? I'm bored. Tongue sticking out. George changed Dream's nickname to Clay. Dream chuckled a little bit at this, almost immediately changing it back. What did I tell you about calling me today? Well, I successfully summoned you, so it's worth it. Dream chuckled lightly, grabbing his phone to open Discord there and voice call George. Clay, George said, only to be cut off by Dream going, la 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 la, I can't hear you, which made the shorter boy laugh out loud, and Dream's heart skipped at least 2 beats. What the fuck is Dream's fan base? Okay, that's enough of this story. Let's move on to like one more before we end the video. Okay, look, I'm kind of curious. Please do not send me to the Shadow Realm for this, but Dream George sex. Oh my god, oh my god. So, the next one that I'm going to be taking a look at is called Uninvited, and it's a horror fanfic with Dream and George. So, this ought to be good. It's spooky season. It's Halloween, if you celebrate it, and I'm pretty excited. This one better spook me. George has had sleep paralysis for as long as he can remember. At first, he didn't know what it was. In the first 10 years of his life, he thought it was normal to see a dark figure in the corner of your eye when you fall asleep. Wow. That is truly spooky. I'm liking it so far. There's no sex the first, 2 paragraphs. That's good. I like that. He thought it was normal to have your eyes open and not be able to move. He thought it was just how sleeping worked. It was when he was 11 years old he found out he literally couldn't have been more wrong. When he was 11, he asked his friends how close their sleep buddy was, because, you see, his sleep paralysis demon seemed to take a step closer to him every year. This was normal to him. His little group of friends was confused and worried when he told them about the masked man with the horns. They said he was crazy and that he should tell the teacher about it. When he did, the next month he was prescribed medication. Let's just say that his sleep paralysis demon didn't like that so much, or at least that's what George thought, because the dream he had the night before had haunted him for the rest of his life. He was in a pitch black place, no light at all except for the light coming from those eyes, those huge, confusing, owlish eyes. 2 inches away from his face, a pair of wide, unsettling, blinking eyes stared into his. No matter where he turned, the eyes would follow. No matter where he looked, there they were. It chilled him to the bone. Childhood him woke him up screaming, his head pounding. There was nothing good about that. there was something different about that nightmare. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end that here. I'm sorry for kind of cutting it off. I'm getting a little bit tired of reading these, I'm gonna be honest. If you guys wanna read them yourselves, like if you guys actually like this kind of stuff, which I guess is fine, that's your kink. I'm not gonna kink shame, but I think it's kind of weird, but whatever. I'll leave all the stuff in the description. I'll link all these stories in the description below. Yeah, TLDR, if you have a favorite YouTuber, maybe not write a fanfic about them fucking your other favorite YouTuber. Just a fair warning, some of these fanfics, and if you just look up George X Dream, you get a lot of spicy images of like drawings, not actually them, but like their characters kind of drawn in very spicy ways, and it's kind of disturbing. I might have to get therapy. I mean, if you enjoy that and that's your kink, fine, but personally, I think it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys did enjoy, like, subscribe, comment. If you guys really want to read these, again, links in the description below. And please do keep in mind that your favorite YouTuber is a human being. They're no superior to you. You're on the same level. I mean, maybe not on like a social class, but like on the moral standpoint and on like just a physical normal standpoint, you guys are just on the same level. They're not like some kind of god, they're the same thing as you. So don't go out spending your entire life standing somebody and writing very sexual fanfiction about them. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but just don't make this your life purpose. And yeah, that's about it. Peace.